To my channel. If you are new, welcome. So this is going to be a Kylie Jenner inspired makeup tutorial. I saw a picture of her on Instagram and I was completely blown away. It's a picture, you can see all the makeup details, all the lips, just everything was just plain and clear. That I just wanted to film this look. I've had it screenshot for about 2 weeks now and I just couldn't get it off my mind, so I decided to do my best to recreate it. I hope you guys do enjoy this recreation. I was so inspired by it. If you've not already subscribed, please do, and don't forget to thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay guys, so I'm going to begin by priming my face. This is the Hourglass face primer. Don't know exactly the name of this one. I know they have a couple, but I'll leave that information in the description box below. For foundation, I'm going to use my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. It's just going to give me a very nice coverage, a very flawless coverage without looking very heavy and cakey. What I'm also doing here is just using a little bit of my MAC Pro Longwear foundation in the places where I would crease with this foundation on my forehead as well as in my smile lines. Then I'm going to go in and start highlighting. Here I'm using my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless. No, did I just say that? My NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, yes. And I'm just going to use that to highlight, and I'm using the Real Techniques sponge to blend that out. So I wanted my face to be a little bit more highlighted, especially on the cheekbones. So I'm going to go in with a highlighting pen by MAC, and I'm just going to pretty much concentrate that on the very tops of my cheekbones. Everywhere else that I did highlight at first, but I just wanted more to be on the cheekbones. And of course, go back in and just make sure everything is nicely blended. So I'm going to go into this custom palette that I customized at Inglot, and I'm going to use that shade. I think that is their version of the banana powder. It's pressed. It was my first time using it, but I actually like it because it doesn't really change the color of my concealer. It didn't make it brighter. It just really set it and gave me a nice finish. And to set everything else, I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural Powder just to set everything down before I move into bronzing. And this is another MAC powder. This one is called Give Me Sun, and I'm going to use that on a Morphe M320 brush just to start bronzing my entire face, so around the perimeter of my hair, my cheekbones, and under my chin as well. And I'm going to use that same exact powder with a smaller brush just to contour my nose a little bit. Probably contouring is a little bit of a stretch, but instead of just putting the bronzer all over my nose in that bronzy type of way, I prefer to use a smaller brush. It's very subtle, but I like the effect of it. Once I've done powder in my face, I like to now set my brows, and that one was the Anastasia Brow Gel. To begin my eye look, of course I primed my lids. This is the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And then I'm going to also set that down with that powder once again from Inglot using a Morphe brush. I think this one is the M513 brush. For my crease color, I'm going to use this eyeshadow from MAC. It is a prolong wear shade. It's called Uninterrupted. And with that same Morphe brush, and I'm just gonna use that in the crease, blending it up pretty much up to the brow bone. Then I'm gonna switch my brush. This one is the Sigma, I think, E25 brush. And it's just gonna give me more of a concentrated color in the crease. It's not gonna diffuse this at all or as much as the Morphe brush, but I'm using the same color. I just switched the brush. Then I'm gonna jump into another Inglot palette. This is a really dark brown shade. I don't remember the color, but I will leave it in the description box down below. And with that same Sigma brush, I'm gonna really define the crease. This is a smoky, elongated look, so I'm gonna put it through the crease and really wing that out in the outer corners as well. And of course, you wanna go back, make sure everything is blended and diffused. And I'm just gonna go back into the Uninterrupted shade and just add a little bit more to the outer corners of my eyeshadow. Next, I'm gonna take Corrupt eyeshadow from Makeupgeek, and I'm gonna use this as a winged eyeliner. I am gonna add a winged eyeliner later on, but once again, this is a smoky, winged out, Arabian-esque type of look. So, you know, you want to add color, blend it out, and I've been so in love with this brush by MAC lately. It is their 221 brush. It's a new brush that is added to their whole brush collection, but I absolutely love it. If you want to do more detailed work in the crease, but you also want a brush that will be able to blend it as well, I absolutely love that brush for that. But anyhow, you want to go back in and, you know, add as much color as you are comfortable with to smoke out the outer crease. I'm gonna go in now and highlight my brow bone, and I'll leave that color down below. It was a Mineralize a Mineralize eyeshadow from MAC that I am obsessed with for my brow bone. But for my lid, I'm gonna use Mix in Medium as well as Museum Bronze by MAC. The Mix in Medium is just gonna ensure that the eyeshadow doesn't fall over all over the place. If you do have hooded lid, I highly recommend something like this, especially if you're using pigments, because this is gonna ensure that the pigment doesn't get above your crease and just make a mess of what you've just done. And this is the winged eyeliner. I just did a tutorial for that, so I'll link that somewhere in the video, but I'm using the NYC liquid eyeliner here just to give me a nice fierce wing. Then I'm going to switch to the Inglot Gel 77 eyeliner just to create the inner wing. I don't like to use a liquid for this for obvious reason. It's probably going to get in my eye. It's too liquidy. So I use a gel liner for this part, and plus it gives me more control as well. So I'm just going to get that on the waterline, and I'm going to pretty much messily put that in my hairs on the bottom because I don't want any skin tone or flesh toneness showing through this. I want this bottom lash line to be black and smoky. So I'm going to go in with the brown as well just to smoke that out, and I also use a little bit of my bronzer as well just to diffuse and make that lash line really dark but also blended. This does take a while, guys, but it is definitely worth it. And I'm going to go back in with a little bit more dark brown to deepen that as well. Once your eyeliner is down, now you can see whether you want to deepen or fix anything on your outer crease, because once again, this is such a huge part of the look. So you just want to make sure that it is as smoky as your heart desire. And for me, I'm just going to add a little bit more of the dark brown as well as a little bit more of the black. Then I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow. This is a new one for me. It's the number 08 by Inglot. Again, it's just a gorgeous light golden shade, perfect for the inner corner. But in the picture, I noticed that KYLIE had a bit more of a lighter gold on the very center of the lid. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on there as well. For lashes, I'm going to use the Minx 2.0. It's just the perfect lash for this look. It is the same exact lash as the House of Lashes Iconic. It's just really winged out. It's full, and it just is perfect for this look. And I'm just going to tightline the upper lash line now because you don't want any flesh to be showing through, especially if you're looking up. And of course, let's put our lashes on. Now I'm going to go in and contour. My favorite part, contouring. I'm using this powder by Anastasia called Earth. I usually do more contouring, but I noticed in the picture that she didn't have too much going on. So I just use Earth. Usually I go in with something a little bit darker, but yeah. Then for blush, I'm going to use Peaches by MAC. I wanted something peachy, but I also wanted something that could be an extension of the bronzer and the contour because I didn't want there to be any distinction between either of those on my cheeks. But anyhow, for highlighter, I'm going to go in with this one by NARS. It is called Jubilation, and it's just a perfect highlighter. It's not overly highlighty, but it's definitely going to give you a beautiful, gorgeous glow that is there, but just not too, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just not too overdone, you know? It's just beautiful. And I mean, I love the overdone highlighted look, but not for this KYLIE look today. Of course, the lips is just such a pivotal part of this makeup look. I debated, I thought, and I came up with what I thought was the perfect one to mix to match my skin tone, but still give me the look that KYLIE had. So for my lip liner, I'm using Strip Down by MAC, and I'm just going to line the outer part of my lips with that. Then I'm going to fill them in with another MAC lip pencil. This one is a pro longwear one called Etc. It's just going to give me a nice base. Then what I did was I mixed two liquid lipsticks together. One was Noble by Kat Von D and the other one was Fleur by LA Girl. And at least to me anyhow, I think this for my skin tone is giving me the peachiness, but probably if I use what she used, which I'm guessing is that one from Anastasia called Pure Hollywood. Not sure, I don't know what she used, but I'm guessing. And to give my lips more definition and more KYLIE-esque fullness, I'm going to use Hodgepodge lip liner by MAC. I'm not going to overline my lips as much as I'm just going to make them look fuller. So I'm going to go out to the as much outer edge as I possibly can without overlining with that Hodgepodge liner. It's a little bit darker than Strip Down, but it's just perfect to give me that look that KYLIE had. But anyhow, that is the look, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to thumbs up if you did. Leave me your comments down below and let me know if there's any look that you do want me to recreate. And if you've not subscribed already, please do. And thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.